Virgo, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. We're going to go ahead and get started today once more using the Dream and Moons Tarot deck. What's going on, please, for the Virgo Collective? Show me Virgo, please. What's going on, please, for the Virgo Collective? Show me Virgo, show me Virgo, show me Virgo. Christina. Are these readings from my Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? Yes, no, all of it, none of it, maybe. And I'll tell you why. It doesn't matter. That's the reason why I never announce it. It doesn't matter. It's either going to resonate or it's not going to resonate regardless of placement. That's it. So take what resonates, leave what does not. These are general collective readings. There you go. And if it does not resonate at all, which is normal, check your other placements or I'll catch on the next one. There you go. That's it. I've seen an increase in that question, and you think it's obvious, but I guess it's not. But there you go. Show me what I need to see, please, for the Virgo Collective. What's going on? Show me what I need to see, please, for the Virgo Collective. What's going on? I'm concentrating super hard, thank you. I've seen very labor-intensive readings for you these past several times, and I'm just... I want to tune into you better. The Lovers. Okay. Well, thank you. That's what I wanted to do. And here we are. Now, first card drop as well as the heart of the reading, because it is Celtic Cross, so they're one and the same in this position, the Lovers. So I know this is at the very heart of the issue, and it's very much strongly in your energetic field at this time. Powerful connection, the Lovers, is challenge. Communication. How do I communicate with my lover? Oh. How do I communicate with my lover? Oh, I know. There's the drive. There's that energetic pull. And I just want to talk to them. I want to talk to them. It's a choice. The Lovers is a choice. It must always be in all forms it takes, be it communication, action, literally choosing that person in your life. Consistently, steadily, in a way that makes sense to the both of you. And communication, too, is also a choice. Okay. Okay, Virgo. What's new? That's okay, honey. It's okay. I like this. I'm seeing more of your feeling side today. That makes me happy. That does. And I have a soft spot for you. I really do. You're so quiet and unassuming. You have a tendency to keep things to yourself. That's your slow earth energy type, is you keep things to yourself. And it can take you a while to process things. And that includes your emotions. With unseen influences, I think you know about it, and I think you try not to pay much attention to it. So it becomes not an unseen influence, but it's just an influence. Four of Cups, you're not happy. You're not happy with this situation. You're not happy about how things turned up or turned out. You're just not. Four of Cups is disappointment. It's sadness. And it says, I'm not getting what I need or want. They're not getting what they need or want from me. There's communication issues here. Or you're just unhappy with the current state of affairs with this person. Okay. Relevant past, the Knight of Cups. The emotional expression. The emotional vulnerability. That is critical. That past energy here with the Knight of Cups is critical to what's going on. Okay. Otherwise, it would not be relevant past. What is exiting? The Hermit, you. Now that's fascinating. Oh, you got my attention today, honey. I wanted to tune into you. We're getting there. Exiting, the Hermit, you. And there's something here you're very close to concluding. I told you, you can take a minute. You're not exactly used to being rushed, you know. Some of you are thinking it's the time of contemplation is over. I'm going to stop walking this particular path. I know as much as I need from it at this time. Or perhaps, like I said, what I'm defaulting to right now, I've done enough contemplating. I think I know what to do or say or not do or not say. Upcoming, the Star. And it seems like you worked something out. Beautiful. Upcoming, and then also the indication of Aquarius season might have been terribly important, but this, of course, being our huge desire, hopes, that which we have to reach for continuously, so we know if it's right for us or not. The star takes guts, you know? The star takes guts. It does. To reach for something bigger than you, because it's actually a part of you, but it takes nerve to embrace something that's bigger than you. But you can, because it's essentially a part of you. In other words, it's meant for you. But you have to reach for it to find out. Strength. Three of Swords, you're saying I can handle pain. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, honey. You're saying I can handle pain. I believe you. You're saying you've been through this kind of separation before. This time it's different. You can absorb the pain. I believe you. That doesn't mean I want you to, but if we're talking about healing, yes, I believe you. That's literally your superpower. You've been through this before, but this time it feels different. Okay. You've been through separation before. You've been through non-communication before, but for some reason with this person it feels different. And there's a certain... Three of Swords, by the way, is also fear of rejection. Classically. Fear of rejection. You're saying you're not afraid of being rejected. It's something different. It's a strength. You're saying you're not afraid of rejection. It's something else. Environment. Beautiful. Empress. Beautiful. You either have this currently, unconditional love, high productivity, high fruitfulness, high payout, vivaciousness, and a live, friendly, thriving environment. You either have that or you'd like to. We shall see. Okay? Hopes and fears, a brand new beginning. Oh dear. Do we dare? Do we dare pull in a brand new beginning for us when it's real, tangible, and legit? Ace of Pentacles. You know why hopes and fears is hopes and fears? Because they're often one and the same. Especially for people who are not used to dreaming big or allowing themselves to dream big. It can be a scary thing to go for the gold. It requires work, training, diligence. Let's see. There's someone here. Six of Cups. Outcome. Someone whom you're strongly soul bonded to. That's why it feels different. You've been through separation before. You've been through breakups before. You've been through non-communication periods before with people. This is different. This is different. I really wanted to dig deeper for you today, and I think we're doing a good job of it. Sometimes it's very hard to tune you. It's one of the reasons I think I like you so much. When I go outside or connect with people, they just wear their feelings on their sleeves, and it's just constant raw energy, you know. It's one of the reasons I get exhausted by crowds. I'm surrounded by people's thoughts and feelings, and it never stops. And when I hang out with a Virgo, that gets turned way the fuck down. And I can actually get an energetic break from a Virgo. And that's probably why I can hang out with you guys so well. It's like, oh, it's so refreshing to not just have thoughts and feelings thrown at me constantly. Oh, this is so nice. Yeah, you can chill with a Virgo for sure. Getting you to leave your house, that's a whole other thing. But I'm just as bad, though. I'm just as bad. Well, that's easy. I just don't like people. But I'm kidding. Show me the lovers, please. No, I'm specifically me as an individual. I'm actually very much tied to my home. Show me the lovers, please. Show me the lovers. Which I'm getting mixed signals. Oh my. Which, okay, I got a couple of folks here talking to me today. I'm kind of feeling this one. I haven't used this guy in a while. I'm going to start here, see where it goes. This is the Klimt, this is the tarot deck based on the artworks of Gustav Klimt. It's a beautiful deck. I haven't used it in a long time. I'm feeling this one. Never mind the outside noise. You will hear those heavy diesel trucks. It's where I live. Where I live today is actually large brush collection day, and I helped my neighbors who are very elderly and very frail clear out a bunch of dead trees and stuff and leaves from their backyard. So, oh boy, the pickup's large, and that's what they're doing right now. So when you hear all that noise, there you go. But it's a fair exchange. I don't mind. I don't mind, because let me tell you, I got a big old batch of tamales out of it. I have enough tamales to last me the next lifetime. They're so sweet. Oh my God. We had all these windstorms. We're talking branches, whole limbs over 6 feet long. Oh my God, honey. Oh boy. That was fun. But I was glad to help though. Lovers. Show me the lovers, please. Show me the lovers. Show me the lovers. Show me the lovers. Temperance, patience, the devil, the Tower. This was a very transformative connection. Very. It was very confrontational, this connection. Very. Like I said, this one's different. This one's very different. Gemini, Sag, Capricorn, Scorpio. It really made you question a lot of the things that you feel. What's right, what's wrong. And just because it feels really, really strong, does that mean it's bad? I saw something very similar. Did I? Yeah, a little bit. It was very that's what it was. It was Tauruses. Oh, it was. It was right up there on the top. That combination, by the way, when I see the devil in the lovers, okay, it starts out one way, and if it's not treated properly, it ends up another way. So these kind of very large-scale connections where the connectivity is strong, and it seems to have no rhyme or reason as to why it's so strong and why it grips us so hard and why it feels like you know that person, or you can feel them, or you dream about them, or you anticipate their energy. That's that inexplicable soul-bond connectivity. And when I see the lovers and you got the devil hanging around there somewhere, it tells me, especially with temperance here, over time, what started out beautifully and a very strong pulling connection that was likely inexplicable to you both became something warped over time. Okay. And the transformation was not beautiful. It wasn't what it was intended. Okay. The lovers is a choice. It will always be a choice. And if we don't choose it correctly, what we are given as a beautiful gift and how it ends up are two different things. And, you know, people ask me all the time, well, how do you choose it? It's easy. You make space for it constantly. You choose to connect with it frequently, consistently. You choose to give it time, energy, and efforts. You choose to show it love. You choose to show it the best parts of you, the real, honest, authentic parts of you that does not lie. It simply exists with that person at the same place at the same time as who you authentically are. It does not put on a show. It does not need to. The undercurrent of feelings are so strong that you don't need ego. But the thing with the lovers is that we often mirror the best of ourselves in someone, and we also therefore reflect the worst. Which is why if we're very scared, or we're not used to upper level connections, and most of us aren't, there's a good chance we're going to lean more towards the fear side. Everything that I fear in me, I see in you. And then we create the distance. And we stop reflecting on each other what is good and bringing us closer. In other words, we focus more on each other's cons than we do pros. And the best we see in that person, that's in us too. And all the shit we fear the most, we see in that person. So if we fear change, we're going to see that lover as change. Confrontation of our worst fears. I have to do something different in order to acquire them. No. Right? Typically change is the biggest thing. Just as an example. But this had the ability to transform into something beautiful. Unfortunately, it did not take a very beautiful turn. But it remains with you still. And I can see why. You just pulled 3 majors over a major. Yeah, no. You two energetically, I don't care if you're not talking. I don't give a shit. There's still stuff going on between you two. You two likely dream about each other, or you constantly think about each other at the same time. You probably check your phone. You might anticipate something, but it's not there. Something like that. 8 of Wands, please, is in the challenge. No communication, I believe. Or, even if there is some sort, what do I say? How do I say it? Even if I could communicate, Christina, I don't know what the hell I would say. 8 of Wands, please. Some of the 8 of Wands, please. Some of the 8 of Wands. Some of the 8 of Wands. Some of the 8 of Wands, please. And the pain, I understand. Pain, sadness, disappointment, regret, loss. 8 of Wands, please. Some of the 8 of Wands. Queen of Cups. The Heart. 2 of Swords. We don't know what to say, so we keep pulling away from it. We have feelings here, but we, in the absence of being able to decide what to speak in terms of feelings, we leave it alone. 6 of Swords. So there's already non-communication at play. And when we think about addressing it, particularly in regards to feelings, to this Queen of Cups, it could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I'm seeing it more as your heart space. It wants to make a decision about your feelings towards this. It can't, because it's insistence upon confusion. Because you get confused about your feelings for this person, you say, just go. Get away from this. I know you think about talking to this person. I know you think about communicating with this person and not knowing what to say. Instead of just speaking from your heart, you say, I can't do that. It causes me too much conflict to speak from my heart. I gotta go. I gotta get away from that. I don't want to deal with that conflict. It's too much of a quagmire. It confuses me. It overwhelms me. I don't really know what's in my heart. I think that's not true. I think you do. I think you're not used to speaking from your heart, or it's been a long time. Because this guy is in your relevant past. Let's keep going. The 26th might be important to you. Why is the 26th important? I mean, you would know. I really don't know, but it is being highlighted to me as a very strong number, or 62. Why is 26 so important? I don't know. Could be an upcoming 26, I don't know. I didn't know what to say. I wanted to say something, but I didn't know what to say. I wanted to say something, but I didn't know what to say. Why am I getting that? I didn't know what to say, but I wanted to say something. I didn't know how to put my feelings in it, but I had to say something. Okay. 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 You tried to talk to this person, but you couldn't figure out what to say, so you left your heart out of it, but you wanted to say something. And then you're like, after that, I'm out. I didn't know what to say, but I had to say something. Okay. I'm out. After that? Okay. So we had something went out, but not fully. You didn't know how to express your heart, so you You either said nothing at all and said that's just how it has to be, or you tried to send out, I can't see it, you tried to send out something but leave your heart out of it because you didn't know what to say, but you wanted to say something. I can't. Okay. I cannot tell if it was received. Neither do you. Some of that Four of Cups, the unhappiness that lingers. Some of the Four of Cups, please. The unhappiness that lingers. Some of that Four of Cups, please. Some of that Four of Cups, please. Two of Pentacles, I don't know what to do. Five of Wands, and I'm pissed off about it. Queen of Pentacles, I just want to get back to feeling like normal. I'm not happy. This sucks. You're kind of pissed off. I don't blame you. Two of Pentacles, I don't know what to do. Why the fuck is this feeling still with me, Christina? And I'm angry. Excuse me. And I'm angry. I'm angry at them. I'm angry at myself. This caused a state of imbalance in me. How the fuck did I allow that to happen? I'm not an imbalanced person. I have a very steady life. I'm not used to being disrupted. I'm not used to being frustrated. And now I'm disappointed by the whole fucking thing. Why was it ever here at all? I was perfectly fine. Uh-huh. You want to know that? That part of you is exiting. The part of you that was perfectly fine. Perfectly comfortable, maybe. But now, this situation, person, whatever's got me over here pissed off. Pissed off with myself. I haven't been able to find my comfort zone. I don't know what to do about it. And I'm irritated. And I'm sad. And I'm frustrated. I got you. I understand. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to have hovering around you, honey. Some of you are doing your level best not just to not snap at people in your everyday life. Because you typically have that lovely, calm disposition. And some of you are at the right fucking edge of constantly being irritated, you know. As a former smoker, let me tell you something. When you quit, that's exactly what that energy looks like. I'm doing my best to not throttle you right now. That's kind of, for you, that is energy disruption. You are irritated, you are frustrated, and you might even be a little snappy. It comes from a space of being disappointed and hurt by this. You're angry at yourself, really, for allowing that disruption to happen in your life at all. It was meant for you, honey. You were meant to experience it. That's the reason why that intro is so hard and so vibrant and bold, is because it was meant to interfere with you on purpose. Okay, so it's not really about what it is you allowed or didn't allow. It was supposed to be in your life. It was meant to cause that disruption. The lessons you're meant to learn from it, that's up to you, and individually as you, as Virgo, at the end of the day. Okay? Let's keep on keeping on. Let's see that, actually, no, we're switching now. Very good. The Knights of Cups, please, in the recent past. The Knight of Cups in the relevant past. Your form of emotional expression, emotional vulnerability. The ability to say what it is that your heart is feeling. Show me that Knight of Cups, please. Show me that Knight of Cups. Show me that Knight of Cups. Show me that Knight of Cups, please. And one more. Show me that. It's always been a hard thing for some of you to show your feelings, to express them. You have to get very, 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 very comfortable with them before you feel that you can express them. That's for some of you, not all of you. Show me that Knight of Cups. For many of you, it's just hard for you to be vulnerable. It takes a certain level of strength to get the words out. And being vulnerable, by the way, takes many, many forms. It's as simple as saying, I have feelings for you. And that takes a huge amount of strength and a willingness to be vulnerable. It's, it could be that simple. I don't know. Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, King of Wands. We acted like this person wasn't our equal. It remained the block between you two. Perpetually, it was the block between you two. And otherwise, very equal people. You two are quite the pair, excuse me. I'm tired. When you two were together, people noticed. You liked that. When you two were together, people noticed. It felt right. It felt very right. And there's nothing your two energies couldn't accomplish. You two shared very similar energetic values. They might be younger than you. Not that that matters, it's just for some of you it's confirmation. You might be younger than them, they might be younger than you, but when you were with them, you felt the same, and that's what matters. Beautiful pair, of course they are. When those two are together, people notice. And what stood between you was a blockage. What was the blockage? The ability to be vulnerable. And it's not just with this person. You might have a history of this. Even when you're harmonizing. Let's take them out of the box. Fuck them. Okay. When you find that you were harmonizing with somebody that you felt was your equal, what always kind of stood in the way is you being vulnerable. And this is your relevant past, which means it's more appropriate to your past behavior as opposed to, say, the other person. Okay? Let's see. The Hermit. Show me the Hermit, please. Exiting. That form of you that you have always known. Opening up towards. Oh. Some of you are thinking about it. Some of you are trying to open up towards some sort of working anything. Structure, collaboration, and or friendship. With that kind of feeling, I don't know. It's hard to maintain the guise of friendship when you have that level of feeling attached to the other person. I'm talking from personal experience. And I think a lot of people have experienced it, but with that level, I don't know. Show me the Hermit, please. Show me the Hermit. Show me the Hermit, please. That part of you that is exiting. Show me the Hermit. Queen of Swords, Four of Swords, King of Pentacles. It's like you're talking to yourself. You're trying to have a talk with you about what's practical, right, determination, what your responsibilities are, what your principal self is. And the fact that this is interesting. I like this. I really do, actually. It's exiting. It's like you're having a little inventory with yourself about those aspects that you say work for you and don't work for you. What does lend to your sense of self, your comfort, your stability, your resourcefulness? What does lend to your sense of self as a rational being who is capable of making decisions? You're resting on these very concepts with the Four of Swords. There's a part of you that is shifting outward that says, I don't need to think like that or act like that so much. And you're kind of taking stock and or inventory of yourself, as it were, trying to decide those aspects of your personality that you can do without, lessen up, or become more flexible with. The things that you can continue to keep and other things that you might be able to adopt. So that's terribly interesting. It's kind of like you're taking an assessment. This works for me, this does not work for me. This does lend to my experience or it does not. This represents me or this does not represent me. It's really interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. You're also resting. Good. But you're thinking. You're thinking real hard. What makes you you? What works for you and what's not working for you? What paths that you can get off on or branch off into? I don't know. Let's keep going. Show me the star, please. It's in your immediate future. I wonder what you will learn in your little sorting out process here. Oops. Page of Cups, FYI, there's that soft message. There's a very soft message hovering around this whole fucking thing. flipped out. Was the message received or wasn't it? There's a soft message in here. Very tentative, very tentative, very tentative, very tentative, very tentative. Show me the star, please. Show me the star, please. Show me the star, please. Not quite. Not quite an apology, but was at the same time. I don't know how to explain that. Show me the star, please. Show me the star, please. Show me the star. There's that 4 cups. God dang it, the moon. Death. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. There is a part of you, that 4 cups that's been hovering and influencing you this whole time. You haven't been willing to address it. It was under the moon. Your unhappiness, you weren't willing to see it. There, you knew you were frustrated. You knew you were angry. You knew you were occasionally ticked off. But the origin of it was not anger. The origin of it was disappointment. Disappointment in love. The experience of it. Disappointment of a relationship. I don't know. But that's the part you kept under the moon. You really didn't want to look at that. It made you uncomfortable. The fact that you were disappointed by a connection made you uncomfortable. It's kind of like you were admitting, without meaning to, that you had feelings for something that you thought maybe you shouldn't have at all, or that you weren't supposed to have feelings for. You treat that like it's a dirty little secret. I'm not supposed to be disappointed by this. They didn't keep you from being frustrated? Or do you use frustration and or anger to cover up your disappointment and your sadness? Is it easier to be angrier than sad? Yeah, I know, right? That sadness, it's kind of like a helpless feeling. At least with anger, it has somewhere to go. You go to the gym, you take it out on the on whatever's there. You go to work and you're like, I'm taking care of this shit. Sometimes it's easier to be angry than it is sad. There's part of it that's dying. Scorpio, Pisces, doesn't have to be. Part of that is dying. And it has something to do with this. How you've been operating. How it has helped you and how it has not. A very realistic conversation with you about what has added to your path and what has taken away from it. And what you understand, some of the things that have taken away from your path, your goals, your desires, your dreams and hopes, is this insistence that when I'm disappointed, things don't affect me or they don't hurt me. That's just not true. We understand that actually causes us more harm than good. When we reject our feelings of sadness and disappointment, we also reject who we are. You know? For some of you, it is easier to be angry than it is to be sad. Anger is a valid emotion, but a lot of it stems from pain. Most anger does. And this thing where we've always kind of hidden our disappointment about our love and our experiences, that's coming to a close. Treating yourself like a whole human being and not someone who just has to take things one way or the other. How that will affect your star, I don't know, but hopefully that will open you back up into a new one. Or pre-existing one, I don't know. But I like it. Those days of kind of saying whatever this is doesn't mean anything to me, those are coming to an end. And it has directly to do with this sorting process, where you're like, this has worked for me and this has not worked for me. And I think what's left behind is the real Virgo. Three of Swords is in your strengths. That's interesting. Show me that Three of Swords, please. I don't think... Fear of pain. I don't know that you're necessarily... I don't think it's fear of rejection. I don't... Show me the Three of Swords, please. Eight of Cups. The World. The Emperor. You're saying your strength is to act like you don't give a fuck. Okay. But do you really believe that? I think that's the kind of disposition you've always defaulted to when you were hurt or confused. It's just to say, well, I didn't give a shit. Eight of Cups, the World, Emperor, Deuces, baby. I'm standing in my power. Rejection doesn't hurt me. I didn't give a fuck about that situation, place, circumstance, or person anyway. I'm good, brah. That didn't hurt me. That didn't faze me. I didn't blink an eye. I think some of you have gotten really used to that mentality. And I'm telling you, this is different. This one you can't just shake off. This one you cannot just insistently, stubbornly stand on your 2 feet and say, this doesn't affect me. I know that's worked for you before. It's not working with this one. I also don't think you want it to work with this one. You're saying it's a strength just to kind of cut your losses and move on. You were never emotionally attached to begin with. I'm sure that's worked out for you in the past. It's not working for you with this one. Whatever this is has really forced you to look at yourself. Why have you moved forward in some areas and none whatsoever in other areas? Show me. Show me the Empress, please, in your environment. Show me the Empress, please, in your environment. Show me the Empress, please, in your environment. Show me the Empress, please. Show me the Empress, please. Right now I'm defaulting as that to you being you. Show me the Empress, please. Sorry. There is an environment to which you are very used to. Very used to. Okay? Home environment specifically. Where there's always been a certain feeling in it that says, this is mine. I'm very comfortable with it. In time, and I do not know when, and I don't know what this is to you, you will be leaving it. You are leaving a known environment, one for which you are very comfortable with. And it could be a person. It could be somebody with immediately in your vicinity. I don't know. But your energy suggests that knows it very well and is very comfortable with it and is willfully, consciously choosing to leave it behind. In pursuit of you feeling better about you. When, I do not know. I just know that you feel that it's the right thing to do and that it's right for you. And if it is, then it is. It's either right for you or it isn't. And you're telling me by leaving this behind, it's actually right for you. Show me that Ace of Pentacles, please. Show me that Ace of Pentacles, please. Hopes and fears, a brand new beginning. For some of you. Yes. Ten of Cups. Hierophant. You want commitment and happiness. It's beautiful. What it looks like to you, I don't know. But you want it all. Many of you are going to shoot for a brand new beginning in love, relationship, energy, commitment, everything. Because it makes you deliriously fucking happy. And it's yours. You say it's yours. You're claiming it. And that Hierophant is here signing off on the permission for the whole thing. He's like, I will graciously accept the full package. Thank you. I don't really see him very happy. Typically, you know, because that permission element can ride on a very fine knife between no happiness and happiness. It kind of comes down to his values and what he perceives as right and wrong. And you're telling me what you're choosing is very much right. You want a brand new beginning in love, relationships, and commitment. You are leaving something or someone behind that says, I know you very well, but you are no longer correct for me. And I'm telling you, it's part of this discernment back here. And like ripples, nope. You know, those ripples, they become waves. And they expand further and further outward. Over here, I see you stop deluding yourself about the things you don't feel. I see you stop deluding yourself that you're disappointed and unhappy. And that you now want to put yourself in a position to follow your dreams. I know you've told yourself many, many times that you can walk away from anything or anyone if you don't put your heart into it. You've told yourself that so often that you believe it. You're saying you're used to rejection and that shit doesn't faze you. Whether or not you really believe that, I don't know. But you seem to think that you do. And then I see you moving on from something you've known, or always known, or have known for a long time. Calmly, peacefully, without drama or frustration or anger. You're telling me it's right for you. And what you enter into is a brand new beginning that is solid, legit, excuse me. The Sun, Ten of Cups, and the Hierophant. It's really the full package, an undisputed full package, and it's beautiful. The sun's out, you feel amazing. It's everything you've ever wanted, but wouldn't allow yourself to know that you wanted it. I would like to tie this. You're leaving something behind with the understanding that this is a new opportunity for you. You have entered your hope period on the premise that you understand, I don't feel anything about this isn't good enough for you. That you perpetually being disappointed by relationships and accepting it, you understand now that's not good enough for you. I don't know if it's the same energy. I have no idea. You opened up powerfully with it, I grant you. And they're part of your history, but I don't know that necessarily you perceive them as your Ace of Pentacles. I don't know. But you are showing me Six of Cups as the outcome, so it's a very good chance it is that person. Let's see. Let's see, Virgo. What's up? I'll tell you this right now, if you choose this, you will be relocating. I don't know how I know that. You're just you're either relocating to be where they are, or you two move in a different direction altogether. Show me that Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups. 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 Show me this. Show me the soul bond energy here. Yeah, for some of you. There could be an uncomfortable ending here, one where it felt a little more codependent than loving for some of you. And it could literally be with a Capricorn. It doesn't have to be. Or it's just the fears that bind you, that you are parting ways with. Six of Cups. Knight of Swords. This is our star. This is our person. It's them. Well, go on. What are you doing? Go. Go take care of business. You got shit to do. Virgo. Good job. You're not letting your fears of the past stay your hand. You learned slowly, but you indeed learned. There are parts of you that can stay, and there are parts of you that can go. And there's parts of you that need modifying. It's like once you understand what your desire is, what you really want, when you actually decide on that star, then you go. So you might actually have some strong Taurus in your chart, because that's something they would do. Once they know, they go. You might have some strong Aquarius chart in here too. Once you made up your mind. Oh shit. Once we stop denying what we've been experiencing, we open ourselves back up to the star. Your deepest hopes and desires. Guess who it is? It's them. It was always them. So when I say good job, it's a good job. It takes a lot to change. It takes a lot to be confrontational with the self. And you're doing it quietly, calmly. Don't get me wrong. You went through ass-kicking period. Why everything was confusing you and overwhelming to you, and how did I let this destabilize me? It was meant to. It was supposed to destabilize you, to show you how this could indeed stabilize you in the right ways, and not the ways for which you had become accustomed. There they are. There you both are. You two are heavily soul bonded, and there's a reason why. And just like with Tauruses, that intensity is there. It can be so fucking scary. It can be so scary and confrontational, and what the hell is this? It doesn't look like anything I've ever known before. It hasn't felt like anything I've ever known before. What the hell? It doesn't look like my MO relationship patterns. No, it's not supposed to. It's not supposed to feel like that. It's not supposed to look like that, because it's not that. It is challenging, and it did challenge you, and I see that it's still, in present day, this is all very future-oriented, FYI. It still puzzles you, particularly that communication. There's something here I cannot quite see. The 26 seems to be important. I could not say. There is some tentativeness here surrounding it. But this is when the script starts to flip. The energy was always here between you. What blocked its succession, okay, was the ability to be vulnerable and to say, this is what I want, this is what I feel, okay? This is unique. This is interesting here. This can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. I'm too powerful, and I could give a fuck. I believe you have that side to you. I do. And I'm sure it's come in handy at several points in your life. But there are times when we absorb the pain, that we understand why we felt it at all. What was the meaning behind it? What did we learn from it? You're quite the learner. It took you a minute, but you're getting there. This, by far, was the most interesting piece, the environment for which you've always known. You're leaving it. You're investing in your sense of self and independence. Oops. And your own sense of happiness. Huge emphasis on that. For some of you, September might be important. Your Ace of Pentacles is loud. It's clear. And undisputed in my book, this is what we call undisputed energy. you can't, you know, you have to really go out of your way to fuck this one up. It's pretty straightforward. And I'm like, with my nose, yes, eh? And who is it with? Who is Virgo sharing that Ace of Pentacles with? That's lovely sunshine happiness. It's lovely sunshine happiness and the Hierophant signing off on it. Permission granted, bitch. It's like, it's mine. Gimme, 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 gimme. It's mine. Happiness, love, sunshine, sexiness. It's mine. Mine, 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 mine. I love it. I want you to have it. I want you to take it. You just have to acknowledge to the universe that that's indeed what you want and tell it upon the mountain. Declare it. Say, this is what I want. And thus you give yourself permission to go after it, to take it. It's yours. It's yours. Take it. It's yours. You want to be so blissfully off the top of your fucking head happy? Take it. Tell the universe, I'm tired of hiding my fucking feelings like they don't count. I'm a whole human being. It's not enough for me to just drudge through life and make decisions. I'm a whole human being. I have feelings too. I have a star, God damn it. And I'm going towards them. Like I said, I wanted to know who they are. You know who they are. They know who you are too. Whoo, there you go. What's interesting to me, this looks like it's there's something in here I can't see though with that, and it's driving me fucking crazy. Oh, this by far, though, is the most interesting. Here's the hinge, right here. Right there. With that Six of Swords. The acceptance of I must go towards that which makes me happy. There's the acceptance right there. Very calmly, very peacefully. I don't know the environment that you're exiting, but I know you've known it a long time. You felt comfortable in it a long time, but it wasn't necessarily for you. I know it was comfortable. Just because it's comfortable doesn't mean it's for us. Just comfortable. Okay? This challenges you. This pisses you off. This makes you feel things that are raw and alive, and they hit your fucking nerve. They just hit your last damn nerve. This person. Right? And you know where that comes from, and that hit your raw nerve like that? It's because you keep... No! That's why it hits you. Because you just kind of automatically assume to shut it down despite the maximum frequency between you two. Anyway, it's I need to see this. I need to see this. When is that happening? I don't know. I'll try, honey. I don't know. You have to take the time checks. It happens when it happens. I see you going through your sorting process roughly now. And there are parts of you that are exiting. There are other parts of you that are agreeing what to keep, what has worked for you. And there are parts of you that are talking about what has not been working for you and why you need to start deviating from this path. Because otherwise, same plus same is going to keep equaling same for you. So if you want not same, you need to get on board with you about what it is you're doing, why you're doing it, and where it is you're going to go. And when you get there, who it is you want to see. That's what's going on there. This is quite impressive right here. Me acting like I don't have feelings and that I'm not disappointed. I'm tired of that. This has already happened in terms of that communication being not on, but not completely forgotten either. Show me the Six of Swords, please. Show me the Six of Swords, please. Show me the Six of Swords, leaving behind everything we've known. Queen of Pentacles. It's really, I know, and that's not what I'm asking for, Spirit, but yes, I understand. It's very hard for you to get outside of your comfort zone. I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay? It's a right fucking struggle. You have to fight yourself tooth and nail. I know. But that's not what I asked, Spirit. I asked if we potentially move on from everything we've known, the environment at which we were comfortable, when hypothetically might that be? You have to push yourself. to get out of the comfort zone, to be open to new feelings, the exploration of them, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. For some of you, this energy will start to generate around July. Again, it's not right around the corner for you. Right now, many of you say you cannot see this, even though it's happening. This process is happening now. Let me show me the communication. Help me understand this, please, with this person. What the hell is going on with this? They are directly tied to your future. Let's make no mistake about that. I'm not talking about abusive relationships. I'm not talking about where things are on today and off tomorrow. Fuck that shit. I don't have time for that. This is upper level connectivity stuff that is very challenging, but the best for us. But because it is so challenging and evoke in us feelings of being threatened, I need to see this. Page of Swords. Right now, I got 2 pages. I got a couple of pages. They do represent that Ace of Pentacles. I know that. I got 2 pages. It's very small. Very, very small. And most of it is theory. If I say this, it takes nerve. Did they receive it? What is that? Did they receive it? Did they understand it? I don't know, but you're thinking about that too. Shit. I don't know. What the fuck happened? The communication looks off from my eyes. But you also view the communication as a challenge. Not that it's necessarily over. We're doing something here. Somebody's doing something on a very small level, hoping to get the other person's attention without actually being declarative. So if you actually want to know if they received the message or not, or whatever this is, we're going to have to step it up. Okay, that's all I know. The energy is too small for me to see if it's being received the way you had intended it or somebody had intended it, because it's too small, it's too shy. I can't... I can't see it. I can't see what the hell this is. Anyway, I'm sorry. In my eyes, the communication looks like it's cut off, but somebody is trying to, like a very slow faucet, turn it back on. Like this. And we get like a drip. Whoever is meant to be on the receiving end of that drip, the thing is it's drip. It's not catching their attention, or it's too small, or it hasn't accumulated enough energy or a big enough puddle to catch the other person's attention. It's like checking somebody's social media and they know that you're checking. It's just to see if you can get that person's attention. In other words, I'm not trying except for a little bit. I want you to notice. Maybe you'll do something back. It's too subtle. I can't see it. We are trying. Somebody here is trying to slowly turn the communication back on. Okay, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see if we can get a trip going. In other words, we don't want it to be over, nor should you. This person's very strongly attached to your future, but it's going to take some miles, okay, before we get from this hypothetical Ace of Pentacles to a full-blown Ace of Pentacles. This is mine, okay? It's going to take a minute. And right now I've got a couple of pages here that might be like, are you trying to talk to me? Like, what? Are you sending me smoke signals right now? What are you trying to say? I can't pick up on it. Death. Yeah, let me know if you're Let me know if you're connecting to Scorpio. Lovers, fuck off. Ay. Perhaps your lover could be a Scorpio. They could be a Gemini. Or it's looking like this is that connection that's super strong. And on the surface, it seems like it's over. But it's trying to transform, I believe. This is the one we stress out about. Great. Can I see what we need to do here? What's the advice? How would you advise Virgo at this time? How would you advise Virgo? It stresses it out. It causes us pain that this connection might be over because it's so huge. We didn't realize how much was in it until it was gone. And that's that weird... It's like... It's like walking out of the fog, but you didn't know you were in the fog to begin with, right? And then suddenly you're like, wait a minute, this thing that's been surrounding me this whole time isn't surrounding me anymore. What the hell? And the 9th for some reason might be important, and then double 9's here, the 18th of what month I do not know. There's the communication again with the 8 of Wands. For now, we are trying to resist. We're trying to resist the communication, but someone here doesn't want to. They're trying to turn that fucking faucet on, even if it's just a little bit of a drip. Anyway, I asked for advice. Spirit's advice to you. If you want to come out of the break, communicate. Openly communicate in a way that's easily recognizable with the 8 of Wands. This is the very thing we are resisting. 9 of Wands, the idea is if you want to come out of the cold. 5 of Pentacles, you want to come out of the break. We have to exercise our full communication skills. Because you seem to have an idea of how you can turn it back on, but it's... Yeah, you seem to have an idea of how you could take more direct action, literally, towards that person. You know more than you're letting on. So these little drips, I believe it's you, but these little drips you're putting, these little smoke signals, they're going to have to get bigger. Okay? You might be testing the waters. It might be apprehension. I don't know. I just know that you know that this person is your future. So let's put our pride on the shelf. Okay, about what we're talking about, what we're not talking about, and who's speaking versus not who's speaking. Let's put that away. That's pride, that's ego shit. That will work itself out, hopefully. Because we got bigger things at stake here. 6 of Cups, the Lovers. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, emotional harmony, Hierophant, full-on commitment. Everything. The whole fucking thing. Eternal sunshine with the sun, okay? Those are the big picture concepts. Right now, someone is focusing intensely on tentative possible communication. So there are quite a few bridges to be built between here and here. The biggest hinge I see by far is your willingness to leave behind that which you have known for some time and to enter into something that feels right for you. You are investing in you for the first time in what feels like a long time. When you stop pretending that your disappointment in love doesn't matter. It does. Relationships and the overall effect. Oh my, we got some bridges to build here, but they're worthy. Let's just put it this way. When you get more comfortable with the idea of turning on that communication full blast, you will. You have to trust that particular process. I know it's on your mind right now. Yeah, and the idea is to keep your heart open to the bigger goal here. Okay. Emotional harmony, emotional happiness. The 10th, by the way, might be important to some of you. That's enough. Okay. Okay. Not yet. What's in here, please? Right now, some of you, keep an open mind came out in reverse. That's for some of you. Right now, it's like, I can't keep my mind open towards this right now, Christina. I don't want to keep it open right now. The person that you are connecting with so heavily, they might be so terribly different from you on the surface. I don't care about how you two look on the surface. I told you distinctly, for some of you, I saw an age difference, but energetically you two match, and that's the principle of the thing. But some of you, or one of you, has a very hard time getting past how different you two look on paper. I can tell that this person is nothing like you're used to, but they are everything that you feel naturally. I get it. They might be nothing like you at all on 3D, where everybody can look at you. Although, when you two are together, you get stares. One of you's hot, or the both of you's hot. Doesn't matter. My point is, it's hard to keep an open mind because this says you have to expect someone different, someone who is different than you. And some of you have been very closed off on that. You know, always go for your type. Never think outside your type. or you have certain normatives about what relationships are supposed to look like in terms of culture, race, religion, etc. Okay, and that you've never really deviated from that. You've always wanted that, something different, but you never really went for it. Yeah. Some of you's like, I find it very hard to keep my mind open towards something so shockingly different than me. Are they so different from you? Because when you two connect energetically at the soul level, it's actually quite seamless. You two are in each other's soul tribe. You're in each other's soul family. And you're telling me in every conceivable way that they're part of your future. Very much so. So I don't care what they look like on paper. This is where you're the same. And if you say they evoke such strong feeling in me, that means you evoke such strong feeling in them too. Okay? You got to love yourself first in order to understand what you're worthy to accept. Okay? It is safe for you to love this person. It always was. There is some issue here about the codependency of good feelings. Some people, somebody here, finances and career. Some people experience some level of codependency on those sweet, easy feelings, the stuff that comes easily that we don't have to work too hard for, in terms of, I'm just kind of used to easy. Okay, the honeymoon phase. You put that together with codependency. I've always kind of been dependent on easy, uncomplicated feelings, Christina. I'm not used to this. And then also finances and career are coming into play for some of you, not all of you. Okay? All right, just stuff to keep in mind. They might be different from you in that background too. Working background, perhaps they have a different financial income than you do. There you go. I don't know. They're saying, yeah, they're outside your type. Absolutely. But they are very strongly, energetically compatible to you. They always were. And the best representation of what you deserve and what you're worth. Okay. Let's just focus right now on this process of this is what we keep that's great about us, and this is what we lose because it's not so good for us. It's time to start looking at a different path or cultivating a new path, because I have bigger hopes and dreams in mind compared to what I've always been doing. Something like that. This person whom you're so heavily bonded to, I got a lot of major players here, the most prominent by far. Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus. Oh, you like those fixed signs, do you? Yeah, I know, we're a pain in the ass. Maybe some Aries. I'm saying that more is coming from within you, though. Gemini, yes, but I'm actually seeing that more as the bond as the way it was intended. The one whom we think for right now that it's over. It's not. I have that again, that huge feeling for you. That huge feeling for you. That it stayed with me. So much so. On your mid-month for January. It's like that, man. It's like that. It could be everything. Or it could be nothing. It comes down to choice. It comes down to choice. Will you maintain the balance you've always known? Or will you shoot for the stars? Oh, as I said that. FYI, there might be some activity floating around Aquarius season. I don't know. I can't see it. That might have been the 26th. That would be January 26th. I can't quite see it. Anyway, isn't that beautiful? Okay, we'll check up on you in a couple weeks. I don't know what the reading type will be, but I'll see you in a couple weeks, Virgo. I hope we have some progress here. You actually have amazing progress in your future orientation, but there are a fuck ton of bridges that need to be built between now and then, or rather now to get you to future. You can do it. I want you to, and you want to as well, but you have to be the one to realize it first. Okay? All right, that's enough. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.